Are you a business owner or employee who needs to network but is terrified of walking into a room full of people you don't know? Are you afraid of being left out of conversations or being awkward in the conversations you do have? Your tour guide, Faithann, is here to walk alongside you through the networking terrain, offering tips and tricks to network with ease. She'll also bring insightful interviews with successful business owners who have used networking to expand their businesses. Building relationships is the heart of networking, and generosity is the cruise ship that will navigate you toward those important relationships for your business or career. Grab your sunscreen and suitcase. Faithann is ready. Are you?
Hello there, and welcome to the Networkers Tour Guide podcast. I'm your host, Faithann. I'm glad you found the show. Networking is providing opportunities for others that they would not have except for you, so that you have standing to ask for opportunities from those same people when you need them. How do we create opportunities for others, and how do we ask for those same opportunities? Well, that's what this podcast is all about, and it's what I'm here for. Let's dive into episode 11. Episode 11 comes from Tour 37, True Networking Inspires It, at the Networkers Tour Guide blog, which you can find at thenetworkerstourguide.net. In Tour 37, I tell the story of another networker who is very active and has started Mix and Mingle Business Networking, which is a local networking organization in Oklahoma City. And she has one-to-ones on a regular basis. So the whole article is about something that she did in her one-to-one. What Sybil routinely does is she schedules back-to-back one-to-ones, which is a really, really good idea. She was wrapping up a one-to-one with two gentlemen, and then I was next. So instead of just letting the two gentlemen leave and letting me come in, and neither one of us knowing each other, she seamlessly introduced us to each other. So as her meeting with the two gentlemen was wrapping up, and she had caught my eye and I was at another table nearby, she invited me, she motioned me over, she invited me to sit down. So smart. So she invited me to sit down with her and the two gentlemen that she was meeting. She made the introduction and she bragged on me, she bragged on the two gentlemen, and we were able to engage with each other for about 5-6 minutes. And then she got up to go to the bathroom, and so now we're fully engaged with each other, and we're exchanging business cards, and we're getting to know each other just a little bit. She comes back, she sits back down, and she looks at the gentleman, and she says, "Thank you so much for this one-to-one. I've really enjoyed getting to know more about you." And that was the cue for those gentlemen to understand that now her attention was going to shift from them to me. And then I got to say, "It was really nice to meet you. I hope to see you again at another networking meeting." I had their business card in my hand, they had mine, and they left. I really liked that. And what I liked about it was this generosity, this efficiency, and the ability that she provided for me to broaden my network and for the two gentlemen to broaden theirs. Now, if there's a connection that happens further between me and the two gentlemen, who gets, the attaboy? We both view Sybil in a good light because Sybil was the one that connected us to each other. So if I have a good experience with the two gentlemen's business, or if they have a good experience with my business, we both have Sybil to thank for those transactions. So as you're having your one-to-one meetings, practice this. So schedule them back to back, and that saves you some time. And this is also something you can do. You can be strategic about who you're scheduling your one-to-one meetings with so that the people coming and going benefit from meeting each other. So if you're having a one-to-one with a mortgage lender, try and find a realtor to meet with right after or before. If you're having a one-to-one with a florist, try and find an event planner to meet with right before or right after. You get the idea. If you're having a one-to-one with a gym owner, try and find a massage therapist to have a one-to-one with right before or right after. Because then you have this very, very nice professional way to broaden each other's networks. And then when good business happens between the people that you are introducing to each other, who looks like the hero? Well, you do. Then you use that leverage later on when you would like an introduction to somebody in one of those people's networks that you've already made introductions to. When you want an introduction to somebody that they know, you have the standing. You can say, "Listen, Mary, would you be willing to introduce me to your sister or your friend or your boss or your whoever? I think that I could really benefit from knowing this person." And you don't have to say specifically, because remember last week when, I introduced you to that mortgage lender? You don't have to say that. They will remember what you've done for them. And you have standing. That's what networking is all about, is providing opportunities for other people that they would not have except for you, so that you have standing to go and ask for those opportunities from those same people. And this is one way Sybil exhibited this very thing, by having me come in just a little bit early. I mean, I was early, so I guess that part's on me, but she acknowledged me. And the key thing here is she invited me over. So she didn't wait until the two gentlemen were leaving to send a verbal message to me, or a cue to me to come over. She did it a few minutes before the gentleman left, specifically so that she could introduce me to those two gentlemen. What a pro move. Do this at your next one-to-one.
Hi, listeners. Are you someone who struggles to ask engaging questions at your business lunches? Faithann has put together her list of 10 questions she uses when she is with a business owner over lunch or coffee. These questions build rapport and, more importantly, make that person you're talking to feel seen and heard. Go grab this free resource today by clicking on the questions link in the show notes.
Another reason to stack those one-to-ones is because if you stack your one-to-ones, at least this would happen for the second one-to-one meeting. That second one-to-one meeting, when that person walks into the coffee shop or the restaurant or the office and sees that you're already meeting with somebody, it's kind of a reassurance. Oh, yep, she's here. She hasn't forgotten me. Or, yeah, he's here. He hasn't forgotten. And then when you acknowledge non-verbally, if you nod your head, you wave, it's really good, because it's like, okay, yeah, she still knows. She understands that I'm here, and she's going to wrap up her meeting with whoever she is sitting in front of in time for me to have my meeting. And then the icing on the cake, of course, was when you invite them over and you introduce them to whoever you're meeting with. Such a great thing to do, to expand the network of those people that you are seeing all the time, those business owners that you like and trust, that you have referred out, that you do business with. It's a great idea to stack your one-to-ones and let people see each other as they're coming and going. Pass out your compliments. I often will say, think of compliments as a deck of cards. So you're passing out those cards like you would a deck of, or you're passing out those compliments as you would a deck of cards. You've always got something nice to say about somebody when you're introducing them to somebody else. Think of something nice you can say. Not, "This is Mary. This is Mary, and her flowers are absolutely beautiful, and I order from her every time I need an arrangement. She is my go-to person." Isn't that much nicer than "This is Mary"? And then get into practice of both doing that for other people, and then when you receive that compliment, don't be bashful or discount it, accept it, because that person really does want to give you that honor. Accept it with graciousness. Now, before I end this episode, you did hear in the middle of the episode the questions tab that you could click on in the show notes. Go ahead and go and download those questions. They are great questions to ask in a one-to-one meeting that build rapport and make that person feel important. Go network, my friend, and remember, stack your meetings and introduce people to each other as they come and go. Think of everything for others. Connect people. True networking inspires it.
You've been listening to the Networkers Tour Guide podcast with Faithann Basore. Share this episode with a friend, and be sure to come back next week for more networking tips and tricks from the Networkers Tour Guide.